Don't worry, I answered the bell for you.
Sorry, I was visiting a friend in surgical. Poor old thing's had a hip replacement.
Mrs. Flinders' INR is a bit high, so I've reordered her warfarin. Should I run through why I'm doing that?
Her blood coag factors are slightly out, so you're re-prescribing blood thinner.
Any questions?
Is this dose a bit high?
No, it's conservative. So how about administering the drug so Mrs. Flinders can enjoy her lunch?
Hey, how'd the meeting go?
Sorry, no time. Got to make sure the new meals get a tick from the DHB.
Yes or no?
No, their offer wasn't good enough.
You'll keep negotiating, though?
Sorry, Scotty, their bottom line didn't match ours.
What about other companies?
Well, in the future, maybe, but right now, the health insurance deal for the nurses is dead.
And you're just going to leave it at that, then?
Scotty, I did my best. Now I have to focus on more pressing matters.
Leave forms, as requested.
We've even done some negotiating, so we're not all skiving off at once. It's just a little way to show our thanks for all that you're doing.
Everyone understands you're going through a rough time, yet you're still organising to help us out.
All the nurses with kids are dead keen. Cheap health insurance could really...
Wait, what are you talking about? Who told you this?
Tracy.
Brilliant.
Is it really such a big deal that we know? Your approval rating has gone through the roof.
I'm not trying to get approval. I'm trying to run a nursing department, and the insurance deal is off. It's dead. What were you thinking? I'm mid-negotiation and you go blabbing to everyone that the health insurance is a done deal?
I told them you were busy working hard on their behalf.
Of course I'm working hard. I always work hard. It's what I do. Why did you tell them about it?
Because of the mood you're in. You're taking it out on staff and they wanted to know why. They guessed it was about Warren's death and they were sympathetic.
Oh, someone saved me from the gossip of prattling women.
Oh, people care about you. When you're upset, they want to know why. And as it happened, I was able to share the good news about the subsidised health insurance ahead of time.
The health insurance that is now never going to happen?
What?
It fell through. And now I have to tell that to everyone. As for discussing my private life, is it any wonder I keep things to myself?
Dare I ask?
It's complicated. Actually, no, it's not. It's about Warren dying.
Warren, his old army buddy.
You didn't hear about it.
No, what happened?
Hey, sorry things didn't work out so well for your mum last night.
Well, my mother specialises in embarrassing scenes.
I'm sure everyone understands.
I don't want everyone to understand. I just want to forget the whole thing. Forget I've got a mother. Anyway, thanks for trying to help.
Oh, actually, that was what I was about to offer. Help, I mean.
Thank you, but I'm okay. My mother can find her own way to hell.
Giving up on her, eh?
I really don't need your judgment on what I do or don't do.
I'm not judging you. I know exactly how it goes. You reach a point when you realise you can't do any good and so you have to protect yourself.
Right, well, now that we've sorted that...
Look, I need you to see a patient. You're diabetic on warfarin, Mrs. Flinders.
Yeah?
She's developed a few petechiae in her arm and I checked her drugs and she's been given a massive dose of warfarin.
That new nurse, she is hopeless.
Which shall I inflict on my long-suffering theatre staff? Music of the Spanish Renaissance or the chills?
Both a bit before my time.
Oh, you young people, no sense of history. Sorry to hear about Warren, by the way.
He was always going to overdose one day.
Well, it can't be easy for you that he chose your place to do it.
I doubt he chose anything. He was waiting, he shot up, bang, gone.
Did you ever sort things?
The last thing he said to me was some guff about his dead mother telling him to come and find me.
You must have meant a lot to him.
I was just another one of his ex-army buddies he could hit up for drugs or money.
He must have meant a lot to you then, otherwise you wouldn't be taking it out on Tracy.
She spoke out of turn. She let me down. It has nothing to do with Warren.
You going to the funeral then?
Drop it, Chris.
All Tracy is trying to do is look out for you. You should appreciate that.
Which ward are these patients from, Yvonne?
Medical, oncology to be specific.
Hi, is that the lunch feedback?
Just sorting them into wards.
Great, thanks. Are the DHB reps still here?
Yes, they are waiting upstairs to see these, but we have a problem. The patient feedback for the new meals is terrible.
This can't be right.
I thought the new oncology menu was reduced carbohydrates, not reduced calories. They're saying they are starving.
I don't get it. They should have had plenty.
We ended up having to send out sandwiches to hand out. Sandwiches. Sorry, it's a weird time to lay our hands on.
Right, before we go upstairs and get lynched by the DHB, who are gagging to find something wrong with the new scheme, can you explain this away?
Chris was supposed to be on hand to check the meals.
Why is my head of surgery checking meals?
I had to look after my son. Chris must have got held up in theatre. I heard he was there. He sent the meals back to the kitchen and got them to remove some of the food. I gather he didn't approve of something.
Okay, we have to deal with the sharks.
I can only apologise.
Absolutely not. Most basic rule of management. Never apologise, especially when you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
What on earth were you thinking? You could have killed her.
I gave what you charted. I thought it was too much, but you said it was right.
I charted 1.5 and you gave her 7.5.
No, that's not right.
You don't have to tell me. Now my patient is at serious risk of bleeding to death.
No, I mean, I thought you charted 7.5.
Her INR was 3.5. Why in heaven's name would I chart 7?
I must have misread the figures.
Just get that vitamin K into her.
We have another problem. Mrs. Flinders' relatives are putting in a formal complaint.
Great. Now look what you've done.
Plus, you'll need to both see Callum. Have you arranged the frozen plasma?
No, not yet.
I'll get onto that now.
I will personally make sure that this doesn't happen again.
It won't, I promise.
I know it won't. Because after this meeting with Callum, you won't work here anymore.
Again, thank you very much. Nice bit of politics, if I say so myself. Politics or dietetics? You withhold your little plan until it's too late for us to comment. Then you produce a fait accompli and a press release to make the DHB look backward. Nice.
William, you wouldn't have touched these changes without 18 months of meetings at least. Whereas an autonomous CEO, using his brain and the expertise of his staff, can roll it out in a fortnight.
Could you excuse us a minute? You publicly shafted us, Callum.
Which is what you intend to do to me, William.
This hospital will become a satellite of Central because it makes good business sense. But you carry on this way, make it a personal fight with the DHB, you will lose. Badly. Oh, and the cancer patients being deliberately starved? It's going to make for a very funny story to do the rounds with. Cheers for that.
Chris was responsible for the lunch meals?
Mm-hmm.
Find him and kill him.